But awakening itself is only the first part. The first thing is to understand the dilemma that we're in, that we've been caught up in our heads and this projection of it's got to look a certain way, it's got to be a certain way, and then we can kind of feel like we got all our ducks in a row and everything's perfect. That's being wiped away for us, so you don't have to worry about that illusion sticking around too much longer, because if it hasn't already been scrapped from your scrapbook, it's coming. It's coming. The other thing is, when you live a life attuned to life itself, ask yourself this simple question. Let's do an experience here, because the experience is more powerful than anything I could ever say. Ask yourself the question, what is here? And without analyzing, just feel and sense, what is here? The very thing that we're seeking after is right here. What is here? And if you feel into that, the mind shuts off, the constant dialogue shuts off, and you feel life. The very thing that we're seeking after, life, is right here, right now. It's who we are. You see? And when we attune to that, you know, it has the vastest of vastest blessings for us. And it's an effortless way of being. It's a way of letting go of control. It's a way of surrender. It's a way of acceptance. It's a way of embrace. It's a way of just allowing who we are to come to the forefront without having to seek for it. The more you look for it, you become like a dog chasing its tail. You know, you're just looking. Or you become like what most spiritual seekers are on the spiritual treadmill. They're kind of on the spiritual treadmill, just running, not going anywhere. Because you're seeking for something it's a lie. You know, your mind, our mind, not your mind, just my mind too. It happens to me, you know, I'm not exempt from it. But I'm starting to see it, you know, I see it. And once you see it, that's the first step. If you don't see it, you're just like the drug addict who's in denial. They can't get any help. You know, and we as a race become addictive, supremely addicted to this egoic mind that lives in separation, and then separation is creating a us and a them. You know, your belief system is right, these guys are, you know, red and blue, black, whatever, you know what I mean? All this divisions, you know? And we live on a round earth. We're one people, you know? We're one family. The earth is one family, you know? And we don't get that if we still live from this, we won't get that. We still live from my belief system is right, your belief system is wrong. Now, going back to the law of attraction thing for a moment. In Genesis, when Adam and Eve were in the garden, they were forbidden to do one thing. Does anybody know? Yes. Yeah, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, exactly. The knowledge of good and evil. When you live from your head, you're always judging what is good and what is evil. This is right, this is wrong. Good and evil. But prior to partaking of the fruit of good and evil, they lived in Eden, the paradise of everything is perfect. And so we fall from grace when we live from our heads, and we're constantly living from our heads, and the head's constantly saying, this is good, this is right, evil, this is good, this is evil. But the presence, the power, the beingness that you are, the immenseness that you are, that you don't have to create, it's already there, it's not judging any of it. The divine aspect of who you are, your inner self, whatever you want to call it, isn't saying, there's certain aspects I really like about you, and there's certain aspects I could care less for. It's a space that is embracing all of it. And when we allow ourselves to come into that space, we become, it's not even about letting go. It's not holding anything, you know? And the letting go just happens instantaneously. When you say, what is here, you become, your mind, it's just one key point of bringing yourself fully into the present moment and feeling life. And the mind shuts off for a moment. And so we learn as we're present, whether we bring our awareness into our bodies, we bring our awareness to the breath. The here and now, all the traditions speak about the here and now. The only way you're going to find it is right here and right now. And if you can't find it right here and right now, you definitely won't find it in the future somewhere. And so people struggle to create something and think it's somewhere else. Your life right here and right now is right where you're supposed to be. Everybody, I know all the spiritual teachers tell you you can have something else, and that's fine too. But once you start from the starting point that your life right here, right now, you're right where you're supposed to be. And wherever you go, you'll be right where you're supposed to be. Then the perfection of life, the flow of life, the grace takes over. So you can live by the law, like the law of attraction, which is, it is done unto you as you believe. Or you can transcend the law and live from grace. When you let go, when you transcend the egoic mind, the control system, if we look at our life, if we look at our world, all the control systems are not sustainable. We're seeing that in every area of life. All the huge control systems, all they're doing is enslaving the people, raping the planet, and they're based on the big corporations that run the governments of the planet. If we don't, I mean, that's just common sense. If anybody's paying attention, that's just common sense. And if it's not, if you don't agree, that's fine too. But this is what I see. And I think, for me, this is about spiritual activism. If I really want to make a change, I got to do it with myself. I have to awaken myself, because the one thing that the control system, in order for the control system to upgrade and evolve, we as a people have to wake up. We have to get out of this, and we have to come into this, and we allow this. Lean not into your own understanding, but in all ways acknowledge the presence, acknowledge the one. And the presence and the power and the life of God, or spirit, or whatever you want to call it, pure consciousness, will guide your way. It will guide your way for us. If we get out of this, we come into this. Any questions? Yes?
Do you have any tips and tools for when your vibrational level does conflict with another? Like you're saying that.
Okay. She's asking the question, do you have any tips and tools for when your vibration does conflict with another? And the thing is, about letting go of control, you can't want to control anybody else. You know, you got to let go of what the other is and their response to you and all that. You just have to take care of yourself, you know? So you work on just your own vibrational level, and when you have conflict with another, allow them to be as they are. Let go of the need for them to change. Allow them to be as they are, and you'll see that the connection just, because you're already one with everybody. There's no separation between you and anybody else. We're all connected, whether we see it. From here, we live from here, we'll never see the connection. We live from here, we feel it, we know it. We are it. You know? Does that answer your question? Thank you. Any other questions? You got it, huh? Everybody got it? All right, I can go home now. Thank you very much. I still got a lot of time. We can dance. I can put on some music. Somebody, any question, doesn't matter. Just to kind of keep it going even. Yes?
Law of attraction goes into your thought processes bringing certain positive or negative energies to you. You're saying like go with that. How?
Okay. By tuning into who you are. She said, how do you let go of trying to work with your head and, creating by tuning into who you are. See,